All right, everyone. I guess we can kick off now. Good morning, everyone. Good to have you here. I can see the numbers increasing. That's good to see. I'll just, just do a quick roundup of that. Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, Adiola. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Kibe. Good morning, Emerald, Alima, Precious, Bowo, Femi, Olamide, Stephen, Precious, again. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. I'm so happy to have, you guys here. My name is Praise Oludaisi. I'm the co-founder, CEO here at Kradle Africa. And what we do essentially, in a nutshell, is to keep young Nigerians employable, right? And of course, if 9 to 5 is not your thing, I guess the goal is to ensure that we help you, deliver the best services to your clients. And today, you already know what it is. Thank you once again for registering. It is about designing like a pro, or as we called it when you came across the ad, design like a pro. And so today, we've put together a really, really rich program led by experts, people who have been at this for quite some time. We have Bowo leading the fort on meta art designs, and later today you would have Ebenezer teaching you guys about email marketing and retention design. And I just want to tell you guys that like you are at the right place, and it's a good thing that you decided to, you know, just learn a little more. Just give yourself that opportunity to expand your horizon where no matter the level you are right now, you could have been doing this for a while, you could be self-taught, you might be on the way to starting your journey, but I just want to let you know that you're in good hands, and I promise you that you will leave here with, a lot that you can apply personally, maybe in your own personal business or your personal endeavor or at your place of work. All right, that is it in a nutshell. We are on track to also launch user-friendly courses that will help, courses like this actually, but more advanced in a couple of months. And we'll definitely be in contact to let you know. Over the course of this session as well, I'll be chipping in every now and then to, sharing the link to ensure that you are able to join our community, and that way you can keep abreast of all our updates, and you know exactly when we launch. Of course, after this meeting too, or after this class, after today, you would also have access to the replay of these sessions so that you can go through it once again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would now, Bo, are you here now? Hi,
Yes,
Bo.
I am true.
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh,
So I'll leave you in the hands of Bo now, and Bo will take it up from here. Oh, and I don't want you guys to forget it's two sessions today. So this is from 11 to say one or two, or till one actually is a 2 hour class. Then the next one will be by 3 to 5, and that will be Ebenezer teaching you guys. All right. Thank you so much for joining, Bo. You have the floor.
all right. Thank you, Praise. And good morning, everyone. Uh, Good morning, guys. My name is Bofola Abimude. Uh, I'm a designer. Well, I'm a brand and motion designer. I also, specialize in marketing designs. I also do designs for companies, for corporate bodies. Yeah, I would like to say I enjoy design and anything design. Yes, I'm in for it. So it's a wonderful session that we'll be having today. Like Chris rightly introduced, we'll be looking at design for Google and Meta Ads. And so as not to delay, let me share my screen and we can get started. Uh, Okay. All right. Sharing my screen right now. All right. Can you confirm you can see my screen? That would be me and the slide display. Can I have confirmation? All right. All right. Can see a thumbs up there. Thank you. Okay. So design like a pro. That's the theme for today's session. And let's get started. Okay, so the agenda for today, of course, the welcoming, then we have design as communication. We'll be looking at developing design taste and also why arts matter. I mean, the session is about design like approval with focus on Google and Meta Art. But why do we have to like look at this at all? By the end of the session, we'll be able to answer that question. Then we'll then look into Google and Meta design, what it's all about, the differences between the Google and Meta art design. And of course, we look at the role of AI in art design. I mean, one question that is coming up nowadays is AI is here. I mean, are designers safe? Should designers be worried that AI is going to that AI is going to take their jobs and stuff like that? And then we'll answer that. We'll look at the role of AI in art design. Then,
I thought this was
okay, please can we kindly all mute ourselves so we don't have distraction? Victoria, please can you? Okay, let me. All right, all right. Thank you, everyone. Please let's see. Let's get started. But please, if you have any question, just you can drop in the chat and we'll address it as we progress. Okay. But before I start, do we all have like the basic knowledge of design? Do we have a background in design? Is there anyone on this session that has like a background in design, or are we all just setting out to learn design? If you have a background in design, if you're a designer or you already learned to become a designer, can you just indicate anyone? So it's safe to assume. All right. So it's safe. Oh, Mr. Peter. All right. Okay. So what we can do, all right, Olamide, I see your hand up as well. Thank you. Okay, then let me just throw this question open to everybody. I mean, what is design? What is design to you? I feel like I've given like the hint here, but I'd still love to hear from us. You can, if you want to answer, please unmute yourself and just give a quick response on what design is to you. I mean, what is design generally, then what design is to you? Anyone? Please let's try and make the session interactive so we don't bore each other out and we can make it fun as well. There's no harm in having fun while you're learning. Anyone, please? No one wants to unmute. Wow. Oh, all right. Ademide, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I think design is a field of visual communication. It's a way to pass a message across a group of people visually.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Another person, uh, Apan, please, you have the floor. Okay, I see two hands up, one from Apan and the other from Femi. So Akwan,
Oh,
please, you have the
sorry,
floor.
I was unable to mute myself earlier.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
so design to me is like preparing a food, cooking a food. You know, if you want to cook a food, of course you need a lot of ingredients. Let's say you want to prepare jollof rice, you need tomato, you need Maggi, you need different kinds of ingredients before you start the process, start cooking the food. So the way you cook the food determines the taste. That's why you see chef A can cook jollof rice with same ingredients, will get a different taste. There's another chef who cook the same food, the same ingredients, and get another taste. So what am I trying to say in all these things? Design to me is like, trying to prepare a food, like cooking a food from start to finish. So unlike the literal definition of design, says design is a process of planning, creating something with purpose. So that's it to me. To me, this is like, cooking a food.
That's an interesting angle. Thank you, Mr. Akwan. I think I understand what you're saying. Yes, that's very interesting. Yes. Okay. So, any other person? Mr. Steven, what's your take on what design is?
Hi everyone. So on my own end, though most times that I've been asked this question, I mostly like define it with two words basically. Because more than graphics design, there are like other types of design, and these two things are like consistent in those aspects. That is communication and also like functionality. Because what design does is that it bridges like a gap between whoever is interacting with it and also the person that is doing it. So you're trying to communicate something, probably a feeling or something, and at the same time um you're enabling what you're designing to be able to be used, something like that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Steven. That's also so an interesting angle. Okay, so we have Diligent hand up and Femi. I think we can start. I'm sorry, I might not be able to take everyone's view because of time. So we'll just take Diligent and Femi, then we can proceed. Okay, Diligent, please, you have the floor. Are you there? Are you there? All right. No response from him. So we can move on to, oh, Femi dropped his hand already. So Mr. David, oh, you're dropping your hand. All right. So I think we can just move on there. We can move on from there. Okay. So thank you all for sharing your view on what design is. Well, let me permit me to share mine. So my view on it is design is a means of communication. Yeah. And let me just give like an introduction to this and a backstory to this. So most people see design as just okay, it's just like a field, it's just a skill. But beyond that, design is more than just a field of study or a skill. It's a way of communication in its core. And the example I would give to this is, looking back on history and the evolution of man. Scientists already discovered that the early people, the early man, the cavemen, would communicate primarily using drawings on rocks, drawings on surfaces, just to, pass messages across and even to, pass information from a generation to the other. So they are using their drawings to communicate. Okay, so their vocals were not was not so developed back then, but then what they could communicate with was the drawing, and of course, design and drawing are so much like synonymous to each other. And even beyond that, the Egyptians too, the cradle of civilization, that's Egypt, their early alphabets or their early ways of communication too was with drawings, well, which was more advanced than the cavemen, yeah, giving. But their means of communication at that point, where when civilization was being introduced in their culture, in their community, was through drawing. And because we've advanced to alphabets, to letters, that does not mean we've left it behind. Uh, Design is evolving as humans evolve. Okay, so take it from what I said. The cavemen drew on stones, on rocks, on surfaces. The Egyptian refined it. Other cultures too, all over the world, refined their ways of communication using drawings, using images. And now we, as the modern people, we've not left it behind. We are still using that. In fact, one of the ways by which we do most of our communication right now is still by visuals. It's just still like it's just in a more refined form. It's no longer crude. Now we've been able to have like systems attached to it, and people now communicate effectively. So we now have more effective means of communication using design. Like I said, humans are evolving, and as humans are evolving, their means of communication too is evolving, yeah. And so we have design today coming in as I believe design is a science. It is. So we have design today coming in as a form of science. We have it coming in as, you find design in almost all the fields. So all the fields that you think exist, we have design is. Are you a doctor? Of course, you use design to communicate what you're trying to say. Because most times words are not enough to communicate what you have in mind. You have to depict it in pictorial form. And that is where design is coming in as very, very important. And today, because we are treating just to align uh, just to align with our course today, talking about Google and Meta ads. Okay, so now design in itself is very broad. Design itself is very broad, and we have so many arms of it. We have the brand designer, we have the logo designer, we have the marketing designer that we see to all the marketing materials. We have the event designers that would design to cover your event. We have the email design, which we have like more insight from it to from a professional later in the afternoon session. Then we have motion design. Yeah, so we also have lots of design. Product design is also one. At the end of the day, what everyone is trying to do is communicate their idea, is communicate their products, communicate their service using design. Okay, so now, so we can't say we want to. Sorry, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone still see my screen? Okay, yes, thank you. All right.
Sorry, but
Okay, so we
are you referring to your presentation?
yes, yes, yes.
Can everyone see his presentation, please? You can? Okay, okay,
Oh,
great. Okay, great.
all right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So now with the introduction of what design is, seeing it as a means of communication, yeah. So it's possible you communicate, but you are not communicating the right way. It's possible you are communicating, you feel you are communicating, but what you are saying is not really understood by those you are communicating to. Okay. It's just like not everyone here is Yoruba, not everyone here is Igbo. We have people from different tribes on this call. Uh, and imagine if someone from Spain is also here, someone from Spain who understands just maybe Spanish and English. But imagine me having this session in Yoruba. Those that are Yoruba will understand. But what happens to those that don't understand Yoruba? So one good thing is English is the official language of Nigeria, and most other people understand English. Those outside Nigeria understand English. But if I start communicating Yoruba, just few people will understand it. And that's one of the beauty of design. Okay, it's more of like a universal language. But at the same time, it's possible you miscommunicate. So yes, it's possible you miscommunicate. So there are some things that you will do, there are some designs that you will make that your core message gets lost in. say you want to tell people to buy your, or say you sell power bank or something, but the picture you are putting on there is the phone. The picture you are putting on there is a phone. Yes, you use your power bank with your phone, but you are not communicating that this is a power bank that you're trying to market. Instead, you are putting a phone there. That is you miscommunicating. Yes, you have the intention of communicating the power bank sale, but you are doing it the wrong way. So it's possible for you to design and you design the wrong way. It's possible for you to design and you miscommunicate what you are trying to pass across to your audience. And to avoid that, design has certain principles put in place to ensure that your communication is apt, to ensure that your communication is done correctly. And before we now move to Google and Meta Art, it's very, very germane that we touch base on the principles of design briefly. I was understand this because at the end of the day, even when you design for Google and Meta and you don't follow the principles, then your message will be lost and your purpose is defeated. Okay, so now let's just touch base on some of the principles of design. But I have here it's saying before by this top here, before a user reads a word, the design has already spoken, which is very, very accurate. Trust me, when you see a design,
But
before, yeah,
sorry, Bob, please can you put your presentation in presenter view?
okay.
Mm. They are saying it's too small.
Oh, oh, that means I might need to not show my face. Is
Mm.
the chat okay with that?
Are you guys okay with that? Okay, okay. Just put W's in the
All
chat.
right, all right, all right.
That guy, you want to see his face? Well, I mean, it's one or the other, guys.
Okay, let's find a common a neutral ground. So once in a while, I'll show my face when we're about to have like an interactive section here, just when questions and stuff. Then I'll show my face. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Is that all good now? It's just the slide that is showing right now.
So guys, can you see? Is it enlarged now? Can you see it? Okay, great. Is it clear now?
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. How about now? Favor, can you see it now? Okay. Okay. I can see thumbs up. All right. All right. All right. I guess we're good to go. So, as Bo said, you would not intermittently show his face. All right.
All right. Thank you, Praise.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so yeah. So I have before a user reads a word, the designer has already spoken. When you see a design, even without reading the copy on the design, you already have like an idea of what the design is trying to say. So if your design is not speaking without people reading the copy, then you are not doing it right yet. Not to sugarcoat things, that means you have to redesign. Okay, people should be able to have a feel of what you are designing even before they read it. An example, if there's a way a design meant for kids event would look that once you see it, this is talking about event for kids. This is something about kids. So imagine if the known banks, say Access, GT, uh, Zenith Bank, then use colorful pictures with balloons, and they're not celebrating anything. They're just trying to tell you that come and save with us. And then you have balloons, you have confetti, you have beach ball and all those on the design. And the message of the flyer or the design is come and save with us. You see, so there's a disconnect between that. But if you have that, but if the copy is come and stay with us, and you have a man in suit smiling and holding like maybe a piggy bank, or even just smiling, but the fact that the man is in suit and the man is looking all corporate, then you have like a sense of yes, this is serious. This man is saying something serious. I mean, discussion around money is serious. So that should also be reflected in the design. Okay. So bear in mind that before a user reads the copy of the design, the reader should be able to have an idea of what the design is trying to say. Okay, so to the principle now, the first one we'll be looking at is visual hierarchy. The visual hierarchy is simple. From the word hierarchy, is saying class, like in terms of importance. It's saying, okay, let's classify every element on the design in terms of importance. So which one is taking most importance and which one is taking the least importance here? That's what the visual hierarchy is saying. And what it does is it guide the eye deliberately. Okay, so I have it that every heart needs a single dominant element, a secondary message, and a clear CTA path. Okay, so you need to have one element that is really, focused on the message you're trying to pass. Okay, later on in the class, we'll look at some examples. After this part, design as a means of communication, we'll look at some examples. So please pay attention as we are breaking down these principles, because I'll have one or two questions afterwards to ask us, just to ensure that we are following and we understand what is being taught. Okay, so we have the hierarchy is supposed to guide your eye deliberately, saying from the most important to the least important. And here we've broken it down into three aspects. We have the dominant element, we have the secondary message, and a clear CTA path. So the use of the word clear there is not by coincidence, it's deliberate. Is deliberate. So it's saying your CTA must be clear. So you can't be vague whenever you are making designs. You can't be vague whenever you are making you know design to pass messages across. And at the same time, if your copy is set right, you also have to design it in a way that it is clear, it is visible enough, and it's not confusing. Because it's possible we have that. It's possible. It's possible we have the copy saying the right thing, but the way you've designed it is throwing people off their feet. It's confusing others. By the way, CTA means call to action. The example is visit this website, call this number, explore our page, things like that. They are like call to action. They are telling you, okay, so you've read everything. What do you want me to do? This is what I want you to do. I want you to click on this. I want you to explore our page. I want you to buy this product and stuff like that. Okay, so remember, we've categorized everything in your design to three: the dominant element, the secondary message, and a clear CTA. They don't have to fight each other. Like I said, hierarchy is talking about how important they are. So no need to say your dominant element should follow suit and be dominant. You see, it's called dominant for a reason. It should be dominant. It should be that thing that is there in your face that you are seeing. Like once you look at the design, the first thing that gets your attention is the dominant element. Then the secondary message is more of like it's giving context to what the dominant element is saying. It's giving more explanation to what the dominant element is saying. Now imagine if the explanation is coming before the main thing. Okay, so the main thing should come. Then, in fact, some people don't even really read the secondary message. Like I said, it's just giving further explanation here. Your dominant element should be well positioned that even just looking at it, mere looking at just that, you already have understanding of what the design is all about. Then you look at the CTA. The CTA is then telling you what to do next. You see, very simple. You don't need to complicate things when it comes to design. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Yeah, I know sometimes they have the urge of, oh, let's try and make it fine, let's try and ensure that people love it, let's try and put all we know into it. If you're not careful while doing that, we lose track of what we are meant to design, we lose track of the message of the design. Okay, so now let's go to the next one, the color physiology. I really like this principle because it's something that we get to see every day, and it's something that most times you don't really pay attention to it. But once you know it, once you have the hang of it, going forward, once you see it, it clicks in your brain that, oh yeah, this is what it is. Okay, so there's something common with the KFC, the Chicken Republic, the place, item 7, what other food? Domino's. There's something common about their logo. especially with the color. There are some constant colors that you always find there. Please, can one or two people just tell me the colors that you always find in all these food brands? That, I mean, you can think of like three, but if you can just tell me, yeah, please, you can unmute yourself and just talk, please. The common color. Yes, please unmute yourself. Just unmute. Anyone who's ready can just unmute and talk, please. Do we all cook at home? Like we don't buy food at all? No one is saying anything. Oh, okay. Dr. Brain, your hand is up. Oyolua, your hand is up as well. Please, anyone can unmute and just talk. So what are the common colors you find in all these brands in their logo? Oh, you can't unmute. Oh, all right, all right. Then if you can't unmute, can you please? Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm just looking at the chat. Oh, everyone answered already. Thank you guys for answering. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm looking at red. We have red and yellow, red and white, red and green, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, white. Yes, thank you so much. You are all correct. So green, orange, red, sometimes green, orange, and blue. Yes, you are all correct. And that's because, and the answer to why we have this is quite simple, is the color psychology. You see, the brain interprets color. Okay, so that's why designers don't just use color. As a designer, you're not supposed to use just any color because the color you are using is passing a message on its own. Okay, like you rightly said, these full brands we use red, we use yellow, we use orange, and sometimes green if it is eco-friendly or it is fresh from the farm and stuff like that. Okay, and that's because when you see the red and the yellow, it incites something in you, and that's hunger. It makes you feel like, oh yes, I need to eat. And I think pepper, one of the common ingredients for cooking is pepper, and that is red. Okay. We also have the yellow bell pepper also. Then we have carrots, which is orange, just because most of the food produce carry this color. So when you see them, automatically your brain is reminding you of food. And when your brain is being reminded of food, hunger will set in. Like, oh yeah, I can remember this food. I think I feel like eating it. So these brands are deliberate, they're intentional in their use of color. Another one is blue. Let's take blue. Blue, if you've noticed, is used by financial institutions. And because they want you to have a feel of trust. Oh, yes, I trust this brand to safekeep my money. I trust this bank to not tamper with my money when I keep it with them. So they use these colors, they use blue. Yes, they also use gold to give a sense of premium, to let you feel like, yeah, I'm important by dealing with this bank. So they are inciting emotion in you. They are not just doing it for the fun of it. They are inciting emotion in you using this color. Yes, we have, sometimes we have like packages. We have the platinum, we have the bronze, we have the gold and stuff like that. We have the diamond. Whenever you see gold, of course, they will tell you that this is premium. Premium cards, premium package and things like that. So when you now see a brand using gold, you feel the feeling it incites in you is, yes, this thing is premium. Okay, it's luxury. All right. That is them leveraging color psychology. Green is for growth. Okay. Yeah, it's for growth. Agricultural institutions we use green to show that yes, we grow our things. This thing is healthy. So I'm not saying these colors are limited to the samples I have here, or the meaning of these colors are limited. It's possible for one color to mean like to have like one more than one meaning. Okay, example is red. Like I said, red is used commonly by food brands but it's also used to, give a sense of urgency or danger. Okay. So when they want to tell you that there's danger here, stop, because it gets your attention here, they use red. All right. Okay. And your color palette is your silence band voice before a word is read. So the color you are using in your design, the colors you are using is actually speaking about your brand even before anything is being said. So there's need to be deliberate about that. So another one is the typography as tone. Yes, typography is also very, very, very important. Imagine if you want to tell someone, like I said, I permit me to still use the example of a bank. Okay, so if your bank is telling you come and save with us, and they are using Christmas fonts when it is April or May, you look at the bank and feel like the first thing that will come to your mind is, oh, this brand is not serious. I don't think I want to have anything to do with them, because why using Christmas fonts or like fonts, holiday fonts, calligraphic fonts to depict something serious? Calligraphic fonts are meant to show a form of relaxation, a form of celebration and stuff. But you're using it for something this serious, something as serious as money matter. That means there's something off about the brand. They cannot be trusted. Because these things they might look very, yeah, okay, we can overlook them, but you can't. The moment you overlook them, your brand is losing its voice. You are consequentially losing your customers. Okay. So we have for fonts, we have the sans serif, we have the serif and the script. Okay. So for something direct and modern, you use your bold sans serif. For those that don't know, the serif means, when you have your letters and there's a protrusion at the edge of it. Say you have your T, and then that protrusion at the end of it is what serif is. So when we say sans serif, it's just saying that without the serif here. So we have fonts like Coppins, Humans, uh, they don't have serif, so they are sans serif. But fonts like Times Romance, yeah, they have serif, they have that protrusion here. So serif is used for something important. You use Times Romance for newspaper, for magazine and everything, just to show that yes, this is news and it is important. So your font communicates personality. So choose it with intent. All right. Okay. So the white space and clarity. The white space is going to give clarity. Okay. So it's not a must your design is so packed that the elements are not breathing here. So give space in between the elements in your design. Don't pack everything. Okay. So like I said, after this, I think the next slide is talking about some samples. The next slide is talking about samples. Yeah. Okay. So we look at these samples and we all decide which one is based on the principles that we've learned, which one is working, like which one is done rightly and which one is not. Okay. So we have this white space, give clarity. So empty spaces is actually an active design tool. You're not wasting that space. That space is serving a purpose. It's giving clarity. It's giving, even it works hand in hand with hierarchy as well. And that's the beauty of all these principles. Once you understand everything, then somehow they are all holding hands and they are working in collaboration with each other. Okay. Because if your hierarchy is done well, you know that there's supposed to be space between what is important and what is not important. Okay. So that white space is very important. It signals confidence, readability, and draws the eye to what matters. The next one is contrast and legibility. Imagine if I'm using colors that are, I think, purple and is it orange now? Those colors, when you put them on each other, they will not, you hardly see what is there. Okay. So say I'm using what color has poor contrast? I'm using black, and on it I'm having like gray gray text on it. Like I'm using ash color text on it. Okay. And please, if you can just drop like color combinations that will give poor contrast here in the chat box, I really appreciate that. Thank you, yellow and white. So if you can have more, because I really want everyone to be carried along here. Black and brown, yes, yellow and orange. Those colors they will look good separately, but you bring them together. Oh God, it's going to give you a headache. And imagine if you now have such on a billboard. People are struggling. Billboards are meant to be large. I mean, they should be legible enough. But thank you so much, purple and orange. Yeah, but if you then put them on billboards, people can't see. Your message is lost because they can't read it. And it's funny because for things like that, even billboards, when we are scrolling, the social media network now is all about fighting for attention. Everyone is fighting for attention. People are scrolling continuously, and even those things that are nicely done, that are following the principles, people might not even stop scrolling when they get to that point. Let's talk of those designs that are done poorly, that are not legible. And I can easily swipe. Nobody's going to hold me. I can easily swipe. So once you are designing, have it at the back of your mind that you are fighting for the attention of your reader, you are fighting for the attention of your audience. And they must, at the first glance, be able to read what you are designing. Okay, there's no need to squint or anything. You said your headline doesn't pass. If your headline doesn't pass the squint test for 3 feet away, it fails. So that's a test for design. When you are done designing, just move 3 feet away and see if you can still read it. If you can still read it, that's a pass. If you cannot, redesign. Don't waste your time. Don't try to make yourself feel good. Just go and redesign it straight. Okay. And the last one, looking at the reputation, which is, of course, which makes you stay on brand. Okay. If you are known as a brand to use blue, a particular shade of blue, yes, you can use other shades of blue, but make sure that you are still consistent with your own brand color, with your own brand shade of blue. Okay, your fonts, you don't use a font today and tomorrow you're using another font and then you're just doing things as you like. No. So these things like the brand color, the brand guide are there for a purpose. They are more of like the name to your brand. So when people see it, you can imagine, I'm sure once you see designs from Carry-Wise, or you see from Piggyverse or My Cover Genius, or even from Cradle, you'll be able to tell that this is from Cradle. This is from this brand. Because there are these things, there are these elements, there's this feel that's repetitive that you always see in their design. Yes, designers are able to do more than that, but they want you to also feel that sense of trust. Because even with the occurrence of fraud everywhere, it's possible they want to clone the page or clone whatever material so people will feel, "Oh, this is for this brand." Then you go there but no, with repetition with your brand, you're able to stay consistent and keep your audience keep them updated about your things and also assure them that this is still us. Okay, we've not been hacked or anything, yeah. All right, so this is where it gets more interactive. So please, everyone, I want us to be active with the chat. Let's drop it. I'll try and read as many as I can. Yes, so I'll be throwing you some questions at this edge. So we have two classes here. Oof, so we have the first one. So this is the bad versus the good. Okay. So we are looking at the good design and we are looking at the bad design based on what we've learned so far, based on the principles of design that we've already learned, briefly. And by the way, that's yes, we've been able to really do it. Able to really do it. Uh, I heard the voice now. Okay, so we've been able to deal with these principles but we can still go further in explaining them. So that's not the end of it. And that's why it's important to follow Kradle, because I'm sure this is something that the body is really looking to dive into. Kradle is looking to do that. So yes, what we've done is just the tip of the iceberg, because there are so many things. I mean, you can have a 3-hour session on hierarchy alone, 4-hour session on color psychology alone. Well, we are just taking them, of course, there's still opportunity to learn more about them. So don't limit what you've learned to what I've just said right now, of course. So we still have we still have depth to all of them, and hopefully we'll be able to cover them in the sessions to come. Okay, so we are looking at the bad versus the good. Okay, so we have some really interesting designs here. Okay, so oh, you can't see my screen. Is this so for everyone? Can everyone see? Okay, by no, okay, you can see my screen.
Yes, we can
Okay,
see your screen, sir.
all right, all right. Oh, so everyone can talk now. Everyone can unmute now. Is that the case?
Yes, we can
Yes,
see your
yes.
screen.
All right, all right. Thank you, Praise. So this is about to get really interactive. Ore, that's Oriolua. Are you able to see my screen now? Or you still can't see my screen? You still can't see. Okay. Praise, can anything be done for Oriolua? I don't know. All right. Okay, so all right, all right. So Daniel is saying maybe it's your network, then move to a place with better network and probably try to rejoin. Okay, so like Praise said earlier, so this particular recording will still be put up. So you can always revisit this recording and still see. Okay. So please let's try and make it as organized as possible. So I'm asking the question, please, if you want to answer, you can indicate by a show of hand or something, so we don't have it being chaotic. All right. So based on the lessons that we've had so far, I think number one is, please correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think number one is following all the principles. Like this first one here is following all the principles. Am I right? Is the first design following all the principles? Okay,
No.
Ademide, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm saying to me, it seems like the first design doesn't have a lot of white space. It seems very cluttered.
but the design is fine. I mean, don't you like the pop of color, the colors used?
No, yeah, no, I like the design. I'm just saying in terms of the principles that we talked about and white space. I'm like, is there enough white space in this design?
Okay, yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, is that the only thing? White space? Is that the only thing?
Yeah, for me, that's the
That-
only principle that I think it doesn't follow. It's not. I'm not saying it's a
Oh,
bad design. I'm just saying in terms of what we just learned.
all right, all right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're having opinions in the chat. Someone is saying it's too convoluted. People are English. Okay, okay. The legibility too. The design is crowded, too many font styles, the alignment to too much information in one place. Thank you, Mr. Femi, for breaking down your English. Appreciate it. Okay. Uh, all right, all right. So what is the main message in this design, the first design? The hierarchy is poor. There's no main view. Yes, I like that. Ah, you're all following. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yes, the hierarchy is actually very poor. There are a lot of things. Oh my God. Sorry. So the hierarchy is very, very poor. There are a lot of things wrong with design, actually. A lot of things. The design is breaking so many rules. So many. Okay. And the one directly, okay, already are okay. Okay, so the one directly underneath it, yeah, the one with the Vogue, the one from the Vogue magazine, it's like the opposite of it. Are we all paying attention, please? So the one underneath is the one with Zendaya on it. Okay. In editorial design, this is also good. Modal design is minimalistic now, hence the preference. I like it, but I won't use it for a client now. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Like I said, design evolve. I agree with you, Mr. Anthony. Yeah, I agree with you. But like I said, design evolve. And remember, we've said design is about communication. Okay. So there's this thing about evolution of design and evolution of man. Okay. So the car used in the say 80s are different from the cars used now. Okay. Does not mean the design in the 80s don't work. Okay. But right now, are they efficient for modern day reality? I would say no. So they work, but do they remember design is a means of communication? If you are using this design right now, are you communicating to your audience, your target audience? Okay. So, like I said, evolution of design, evolution of man. Right now, yeah, based on the evolution that we have in design and communication world, this might not work right now. This might not work. In fact, it will not work. Okay. So you are right. And also, I like your choice of word when you said the last sentence, you said, I like it, but I won't use it for a client now. Which will bring me to one important take. Please, let's pay attention to this. As a designer, you are designing primarily not for yourself, but you are designing for a purpose. Okay. If you like it, though we'll still actually, I think the next slide is actually what's going to answer this here. Maybe we just wait till then. Because the next slide we actually address this. And I like that we're having like opinions that are different. Yeah, because it will be, to be honest, it's going to be weird if everyone is agreeing and we don't have anyone objecting, I mean, or having like another opinion or take on it. Okay. So now, but based on what we've learned, yeah, let's just stick to this here. Based on what we've learned, yeah, we'll still address all these your other opinions in the next slide. But based on what we've learned, this actually is breaking rules, principles, okay? The hierarchy, the alignment, just lots of them as it is right now. The same for the next one too. So one of the, I think it's key that I want to tell you. So the ways of showing hierarchy, one of the ways of showing hierarchy is the font size, the font color, and some elements just make it pop. Okay. Remember the font size, and of course, right here. In fact, this slide is speaking to that. If you look at this section where we have the visual hierarchy, the color psychology, the typography as tone, the topic, the headline for this one, the visual hierarchy, is bigger than the supporting text. Now, the first time you look at this slide and you're looking at this section, the first thing you will read is visual hierarchy because it is bigger than the supporting text. It's taking your attention more. So now you can read visual hierarchy, color psychology, typography as tone. Then you can read those three first. Then you come back to then say, okay, so what is it about visual hierarchy? What is it about color psychology? What is it about typography as tone? In fact, designers amongst us might just read this visual hierarchy and not even read the supporting text. But you already know that, oh, we are talking about the principles of design, then we'll base it on visual hierarchy, color psychology, and typography as tone. This is illustrating visual hierarchy right now as it is. Okay. So now for this one, For the second design, the one with the man chilling on the sofa here. So this one too, I think it's obeying the rule of alignment, but I don't think there's rule of, and it's obeying the rule of space, white space here. But is it obeying the rule of hierarchy? Do you think do you think it's obeying the rule of hierarchy? Thank you, Ademide. No, it's not obeying the rule of hierarchy. So now you don't know which one is more important. Is it the first one here, the 297 clients, yada yada yada, or just to have this guy judge it? Do you get? So you can, that means, and we are saying everything is in caps also. Thank you. And we are saying what you are fighting for is attention. Then imagine having this, and then that means you have to read through all this before you get the message. You have to read through all this, and you can't read through this in 3 seconds or even in 10 seconds. Yeah, you get, yes. Thank you so much. I see that everyone is getting the idea. So that means you have to read everything, and by then, trust me, we are now very selfish with our attention when it comes to social media. Let's move to the next one. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Let's just if you are not communicating effectively in no time, just swipe. So this is breaking the hierarchy one. Let's move to the next one. For peace and quiet, the little red silence pill, Suminex, and everything. Yeah. I don't know. Men looking at this, there's something, even men looking at this, there's something off about it. There's just something off about it. And I'm sure you know that, there's a way, just like brands, food brands would have a specific way of, I mean, it will not be weird if you see a plate of jollof rice on a food brand's design, or you see burger, just like we have it here. It will not be weird. But when you have a baby put up into the sky, God keep this baby, but you know the kind of flyer that people use is sky floor. Again, remember you are communicating to people, and people already have like this sense of feel. Like if they see food brand, they know how it feels. Automatically they're able to tell because they know how it feels. If they see other brands too, they know. So when you are putting this background looks like more like something you use for Adio Mama or Adio Papa or something like that. Okay. So this can be done better, and even the white space for peace and quiet, all crammed up together and stuff like that. So let's put it up because of time. Okay. So the next one is the nothing but tears shampoo. There's no alignment. Babies come from heaven. Yes, they come from heaven, but this one is already there. They know this baby is already here on earth here. Don't put it back up into. We don't put the baby back up into heaven, please. Let the baby stay. Let the baby stay and enjoy. Okay. So this next one, nothing but tears shampoo. Uh, I mean, nothing but tears shampoo. It's looking, there's no alignment to it. Nothing but tears shampoo. It's just the message is confusing. Nothing but tears shampoo formatted to the. I mean, because it's never too early to blow the hell up. It's even ash. Do you get? There's no alignment. The hierarchy is somehow there, but the hierarchy is not. Yeah, it's confusing. Okay. Then let's move to the next one. Yes, thank you. Do you get? Thank you so much. Thank you. I like that everyone is getting the whole idea around the principles. Yeah, that's really nice. So let's move to the next one. We've talked about this Vogue one. In all sincerity, yes, I know some people said they like this one, the first one, but I'm sure if you like this first one, you will like this one better. You will like this one better, the Vogue one. You will like it better because it's giving, okay, so the hierarchy is there, the alignment is there, even the use of color is minimal, it's not confusing anyway. You're able to get everything. Okay, yes, classy too. Yes, thank you so much. Now to the next one, the flash sale. When you look at this design, the first thing you are seeing is the flash sale. So it's already telling you, it's already attracting the audience to it, that this design is talking about the sales made on this product, this and this and this. So you already know. So when you read that, you already know it's a sale. So it's going to even attract you to even read further to get more information on it. And if you look at the hierarchy to the flash, sorry, if you look at the hierarchy, the flash sale, the next one with, by use of color, when you see the first one using the font size, the next one is the colorful ones, the one saying the is slashing from 560K to 10K and stuff like that. So there's intentionality in the design. Then moving on to the next one, which is the burger one. I mean, the color contrast and everything, you can read the copies easily. The contrast is there, the alignment is there, the hierarchy is there. Okay, everything is just now. One other thing I want to quickly chip in is when it comes to design, not all designs are heavy on text. Some of them will use pictures to pass their message. Some of them will use picture to pass their message. Okay, so it's not every time text. Sometimes a picture is enough to pass the message. And look at this one, this Boris Johnson here. So it's a super glue company. And what they've done is, oh, we are using the super glue to just like seal them out. That means the glue, yeah, is enough to just like seal. And they've done that, they've passed their message across using the picture. So that's to tell you that the picture you are using speaks to your intent as well. Do you get? So the picture you are using, so for example, nothing but tears, and even this one, like rightly said, the one for the baby, you use the picture that speaks to what you're trying to pass across as your message. All right, let's move on. So yes, the ad communication network looks to answer certain questions. So every great ad answers these four questions visually. If you are unable to answer these questions visually, if you're unable to answer it visually, then just go and redesign. Okay. And now the good part is if your ad can't answer all four in under 3 seconds, redesign it. Okay. So we are looking at the time, and the time is 3 seconds. So if you know your ad cannot answer who the flyer is for, what is being offered, and why you should care, and what to do next. Okay, so these questions under 3 seconds. If your ad design cannot answer them, then simply go and design. So the who this is for is talking about the person, like I said earlier, when you want to have flyers for children, they're usually colorful with different colors, blue, yellow, orange, flashy colors to just show that, oh, this is fun. Okay, once you see those colors, to some extent, you'll be able to tell this is for a particular group of people. So who this is for, the image you're using, uh, the visuals, the elements should answer who this is for. Then what is being offered. Remember for the previous one, the flash sale one, it is actually telling you that what is offered is the flash sale. Okay, it's a slash in price. So it's telling you straight up, like the moment you see it, you know what it is saying. Then why should I care? Is saying the transformation or the future. Okay, so people don't buy the product sometimes. What they do is they buy the emotion, the satisfaction, the value they are getting from the product. Okay, so you should be able to also position the design to show them that yes, when you buy this is what you are getting. You speak through the design as to why they should care and what to do next. That one is talking about the CTA, the call to action, to be well positioned to say, yes, you've known this information now. The next step for you is to shop now, is to get the free codes, to book a call, to visit the website, and things like that. All right. Moving on. So now you have the understanding of what design is. we've looked at design being a means of communication and how to communicate very well with design. Okay. So now the question is developing a good, like how, I mean, it's possible we have designs, they would have the same message. They would have the same element. No, okay, maybe not the same element, they will have the same message. But one design will have more engagement than the other. And that's because the person that designed it has designed it in such a way that it appeals to whoever is looking at it. Okay, so the person has designed this in such a way that you are looking at it, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, wow, this design is fine. This design is actually good. Okay, this design is actually something worth stopping scrolling for. Okay, and as a designer, I think you can achieve this when you have a good taste in design. And that taste is not something that comes from heaven that, oh, it's innate. No, it has to be built. So we look at when you want to design, what comes to your mind to design? Because if I should give you a task now to design something for Kradle, okay, so what will come to your mind? Yeah. The question is, what is that thing that you are imagining when you want to make that design? How does it look in your head before you even go to your tool to say you want to design? What is that idea that you're having that you would then in turn design? Okay, so such ideas are something that you develop, and I've termed it as having a good taste, having a good design taste. Please, are we all still here? Are we all still following? And do we have like a clear understanding of the last part, talking about design
Yeah,
as a good means of
yes, sir.
communication? All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so let's dive into this as well. Developing good taste, good design taste. Okay. Okay, so I have here, taste is the gap between what you produce and what you admire. And you have to close that gap by training what you consume and how you critique. So you are saying the design that you admire, design that you've seen before and you think is good, okay? And when it's your turn to produce something, what you produce. Now, the difference or the connecting fiber between these, the connecting fiber between what you've admired and what you admire and what you want to produce is your taste, is your design taste. Okay? And the best way to close that gap, or the best way to go about it, is consistent training and how you critique your design. You critique not just your design now, even other designs that you see. So now, trust me, it's not out of place when you see designs online, when you scroll through Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, and you see a design and you stop scrolling to say, okay, what is wrong with this design and what is right with this design? So it's not every time you're out to look for what is wrong. You also look at what is right, like what has been done the right way in this design. Okay, so when you see someone who is constantly producing good design, it's because they already have that taste. They already have that good taste in design. And it's something that it's not something that they just woke up and there was a maybe fairy mother came and sprinkled something to say, develop a good taste of design. No, the train is you can train yourself to have a good taste in design. And once you have that good taste in design, whatever it is that you produce as a designer too will be from your taste in design. So that's why it's important. Okay, so I have these steps to help us develop a good design taste. The first one is to build a swipe file. What that mean is, once, like, take time, okay, to scroll through your phone, to scroll through social media. Take time every day. If it is 30 minutes, if it is 15 minutes, just ensure that you feed your brain with designs every day. And I have a challenge here that you look, as you are scrolling, you save 3 great ads every day. Just like we will scroll, we will see that shoe that we like, We see that blouse, we see that jeans, we see that shirt that we like, that we think is good, and we screenshot it or we save it. You can do the same for design as well. Scroll through that design. Oh, I like this design. I think this design is good. You save that design. So the challenge is to save at least 3 designs that you feel are done properly every day. You save 3 every day. After that, then you analyze it. Okay? You analyze it. So have here that you reverse engineer the design, because winners don't just save. There's no point saving if you don't look at it and know, okay, so what is wrong in this design? What has been done here? How did they achieve? How did they achieve this particular effect? How did they achieve this particular, hierarchy, this particular design, this particular placement? How did they achieve it? You take your time to analyze it. You look at it that, oh, if they used the shape tool here and delete the intersect on this one, and then they duplicate it, and then they have like this pattern done and everything. You reverse engineer what you've learned, okay? Then, we starting from you saving it, then you looking at it to say, okay, I'm giving this critical analysis to know what has been done. And now is that you now study. Analyzing is different from studying. Studying is, oh, so you've seen what has been done, or you've analyzed what has been done. Okay. Then you go back to learn about it. Oh, in Illustrator, you can actually have this pattern created. You can have it created by using this blend tool here. So you do it in such way. Then if you use that and then you curve it, this is what's going to give you. You study how they've done it. Now you've analyzed it to say, oh, this is what has been done. Now, how did they do it? You are learning that, how they've done it. Then the next one is very important, which is to practice. Design is not something that you do and you say, okay, yes, I design. But they ask you, when was the last time you touched a trackpad or a mouse? Or you're saying, oh, that was like 2 months ago, or even a month ago. Then you say, are you a designer? You say yes. It takes practice, because as you're practicing, you'll be getting better at what you're practicing. And then you also learn, you discover new things. Okay, so one story is there was a time I think I was in this post for a week or so, and I could not design, I could not work. And trust me, after that week, the week after, when I was okay and ready to design, I found it difficult to design because everything looked strange to me. It was like I was stuck. I didn't know what I was going to, like, I know how to do this thing, but I can't remember how. So design is something that you have to do almost every day. I will recommend it every day. Okay. If you're able to design, even if say they are really, really engaged, take 10 minutes, just design something. Design something. Always refresh your memory. And remember, we are coming from you looking at uh designs that you think are great, you analyzing them, you studying how the design was done, and then you practicing, then you trying to replicate what has been done, and then from there you move to do some new things from the knowledge that you have after practicing that one. Then you critique, you get honest feedback. Most of us, when we design, because we've put in so much work, we don't want people to tell you, oh, this design is not so great, this design can be better. That's not a good way a designer should go about it. Remember, you are designing not for yourself, you are designing for your audience. You have to have an understanding of how your audience will perceive and also accept the design. So that honest feedback, you need it as a designer. Now, I'm not talking about people criticizing your work that I don't think you know how to design, but you have to look for someone that will tell you that, oh, yes, I see what you've done here. I see what you are trying to do. But you are not there yet. You can still do it better. Someone saying after my sleepless night, it's not nice. Okay? If it's not nice, it is not nice. Redesign. Okay, so don't be emotionally attached to your design, not too much. Okay. Always wait for feedback. Remember again, you are not designing for yourself. Yeah, I know it's quite painful, but you are not designing for yourself. If it is not working, it is not working. Go back to your canvas, go back to your tool, and redesign. Okay, get your honest feedback. Now, feedback can be positive and it can be negative. Okay, feedback is just like the umbrella word. Sometimes feedback is positive, sometimes it is negative. Okay, you might design it and it's really nice, and the feedback you're getting is, oh, this is not nicely done. I'm not going to change anything. You never can tell until you ask for that feedback. So please get the honest feedback. Okay, and please protect your mental health whenever people are giving you feedback as well. All right. All right. Let's move on. As you work, oh, you have to redesign again. So we are going to the main discussion here while we are here. So what we've been doing is we've been setting the ground for this. We're watching the ground for this. Now, Google and Meta design. Okay. I'm sure we all interact with platform from these two, Google and Meta platforms. I'm sure we interact with them every day. And you're not the only one interacting with these platforms. There are billions of people interacting with them. And I will tell you why it is important that we have art design by giving this illustration here. So it's an illustration, but I will make it like form of direct and stuff. So I've rented a shop here, and the intention for renting a shop is to start selling drinks. And maybe I did that during the hot weather. Please, is everyone following? Okay, because this illustration is supposed to usher us into this, why it is important that we do this. Is everyone following? Please, thumbs up or okay. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right. So I've rented a shop, I've renovated the shop. The intention is to sell drinks there. In fact, cold drinks, those chilled ones are after a sunny day, you open, the gas is let out. You know from the sound of the gas that yes, this thing is going to bang. I'm going to feel relaxed after taking this. Those are the kind of drinks I want to sell. So my products, my service is already like top notch from that. My shop is there, it's set up. I have my freezer, I have my fridge, I have everything in place. I've renovated the shop, like I said, and I brought in the drinks. Okay, everything is set. And once I'm done, I sit in the shop. Mind you, everything I have done is inside the shop. Okay, so the renovation was done in the shop here. I don't have any signposts out there to say, oh, this is Bowo Ventures or Bowo Drinks, anything. All I've done is just innovate inside. I mean, just get my products ready, basically. The drinks are ready, they are chilled. They're just waiting for you to come by. In fact, they sell drinks like the PET bottle is sold for 500 in some places. I'm selling mine for 450. So I already have like discount and everything. Okay, so 450 as opposed to the normal 500 that is being sold for. And it is cold. Yeah, it's relaxing and all. So my product, the service is top notch. But I don't have a post out there to say I sell drinks here. Nothing outside the shop is indicating that I sell drinks here. Cold ones are that at more affordable price. Who do you think is going to patronize me? I think people patronize me actually, but who are the people that you think will patronize me? Please let's speak up. Who do you think is going to patronize me? Are we here, please? Waiting on us to respond. Mr. Samuel is saying mostly friends, people that are just pass. No, mind you, there's no signpost out there. I don't have any signpost to say I sell drinks and stuff. So I'm probably using like a sliding glass door, so you can't really see what's going on inside. Only people that have known your business. Okay, okay, all right, thank you. I agree with everybody. It's going to be mostly friends, my neighbors and families. Yeah, only people that know about it. Okay, fine. Okay, so after that, maybe after a week, I noticed, oh, I'm having low patronage. So I I did something. I put up a sign. Maybe you know people that want to know what the initial is saying. Interesting point. That's an interesting point. Okay, so after a week of low patronage, I take a step of putting up a signpost just outside the shop here, saying I sell cold drinks here at affordable prices here. In fact, maybe I'm saying I sell cold drinks uh at a rate of 450 naira. Okay. Do you think the patronage is going to increase? Do you think by doing so, I will have like more people patronizing me? Okay, yes, Mr. Zara is saying yes. Now, imagine if that's going to, so, oh, Mr. Gideon is saying like mad. You are right. It's going to increase. Now, but do you know even at that, there's still an extent to which patronage we reach here. So most likely going to be people in that vicinity, just people on that street maybe, or people that just pass by that street. Okay, does that the friends, the friends and family, and according to Daniel, the Olofofos and just people on the street. Okay, now that means I'm already enjoying increment in patronage. Now imagine if at the main road, yeah, imagine if at the main road I have another signboard that says at Bold Ventures we have cold drinks and we are selling it at 450. Do you think people from the neighboring street will also come and patronize me? I mean, if you know it's sold for 450 and it's cold, mind you, there's a reality of people now charging more for cold drinks, but it is cold and and I'm still selling mine at a more affordable price. Do you think people from the neighboring streets will also then come to patronize me? Am I right? They will do that, yes. Okay, so now yes, now thank you. Now, if that is the projection here from no signpost to having one outside my shop to having one at the main junction, okay. Now imagine if I didn't have like billboards all over the city saying at number 8 Crescent Street, Bowofola Ventures, we sell cold drinks at 450 and we also sell in wholesale. Yeah. And even saying, even at wholesale, you are going to probably sell it for you for 400. Do you feel people will not leave wherever they are, their location, be it far, to come and patronize you? If those are the values and exactly more patronage. Thank you. But that is what this illustration is what shows the importance of ads. Your service might be great, your service might be impeccable, but if you don't have awareness for it, your patronage might be low. In fact, people might not even know that you are rendering that service. Now, it's not something, even with all the illustration I've said here, it's possible there's someone else that's doing the exact same thing I'm doing. Okay. The person is doing the exact same thing I'm doing, the exact service, the exact discount I'm giving. But the difference is, okay, no shades intended. I developed my own billboard, my own flyer, my own digital ad with ChatGPT, but the person has employed the service of a professional designer. There's going to be difference in outputs. There's a high chance that the one by the professional designer is going to look better than the one generated by ChatGPT. Do you agree with me? Now, at that point, it's now beyond the service being rendered. It's now beyond the value being rendered. It is now on how these two businesses are communicating their service and values. Do you understand where I'm going to? So your service might be right, you might have the right messaging, but the presentation of your service and message is very, very important. It goes a long way to dictate the outcome. Do you understand, please? So it goes a long way to determine the outcome. And that is why you cannot afford to miss it when it comes to your Google and Meta design, ads design. It is very, very important. And I'm happy to tell you and to let you know that what makes the difference between a good and the bad representation of your business and values are the things that we treated earlier. So whatever it is that we've learned today, that's why I said no matter how small it is very, very germane. So the principles of design that you've learned earlier, okay, you developing a great taste, okay, is very, very important as to what the outcome of your design is going to like bring. So this Google and Meta design is like the bricks on the already laid foundation that we've done treating the principles of design. But there are differences. Okay. There is a huge difference between Google ads and there's another for Meta ads. And that's what we want to look at now. So please, if your attention is shaking, this is the time to solidify it. This is the time that is going to usher us into, okay, so we've learned everything that we've learned before now. So what's the application? This is where you get to apply all that you've learned. Okay. And there's technicality to it. So I need you to please pay attention to it so you don't get mixed up. All right. All right. So let's get started. Or before we get started, can I just show that, can everyone show that, yes, I still have the attention, thumbs up. You can unmute to just say yes, 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 100%. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get started. So we'll define, like I said, there are technicalities to it. Please don't get bored. These are very, very important because once the purpose is not known, then abuse is inevitable. So you have to know why you are designing to enable you do the right design. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind it. Okay, so we're starting with Google Ads. Google Ads is Google's online advertisement platform. Okay, and it allows you as a business, as a brand, to showcase yourself across its daughter platform. You are looking at the Google search, YouTube, Gmail, Google Maps, and other millions of partners that Google has here. Okay, so we are saying Google is basically telling you every platform owned or that has partnered with Google, all of these platforms, allowing you then to display your business or your brand on them. There are designs that are needed to do that. So now that is what we want to look at now. And we want to just understand why or how it works. Just give like a surface introduction to how it works. So we're able to like design better. Okay. So now it operates on pay per click model. You pay as someone click your ad. Okay. All right. So it's when you when they click, that's when you pay and something like that. So yeah, the fundamental principle is this: Google users have intent. Okay, they are actively searching for something. Your job is to show up at the exact moment they are looking. Interesting principle. And it's all about the psychology of the design. It's a different thing if I want to search for the best platform to learn digital skills. Okay, I search for that and it's showing me Kradle as the best platform to learn digital skills. Okay, That means I had an intention before searching. And after searching, the first thing that is showing me is Kradle. That means I intentionally went online to say, this is what I want. I've made up my mind that I want to search for that thing. So I want that thing. Okay. So I'm then saying, just show me brands that are offering what I want. Okay. So in a way, it is me seeking. But even at that, even though I'm seeking, I still have like lots of options. I hope you understand. So I still have like lots of options. So these options are fighting for my attention. Okay, so it's just like a job vacancy put out there saying, oh, I need a graphic designer. Okay, or maybe let's use accountant here. Yes, let's use accountant. I put out there that I need an accountant to come and work for my brand and stuff. And the vacancies out there, I would have like uh physical interview done. All the applicants should be at the office by 8 a.m. on Monday. All right. Now, anybody anybody that's going to apply would most likely be an accountant, at least. Okay. So a graphic designer will not go and apply for that role because you don't you want shit that is not balanced. Do you get? So I already make my intention that what I'm looking for is an accountant. So we know it's possible that we have an accountant, we have accountants coming up. Say we have like 5 of them showing up at the office by 8 a.m. on Monday. And now this is where it gets really, really interesting. Then you ask for their, in fact, let's judge them based on, because we are talking about design, let's judge them based on the way they are dressed. The first one shows up, okay, is wearing a shirt, yeah, tucked in, pants, trousers, and shoe, well-polished shoe. So with his folder, his file in his hand, showing up there. It looks good, right? The second person shows up, is wearing round neck, with jeans, with sneakers. Okay. Accounting rule now. Then the third person shows up. This third person is wearing a suit with nice tie, vintage tie, it's nice wristwatch, well-polished shoe, designed pants and everything, neatly dressed. Okay, that's that's the third person. The first person is coming up, he's wearing trad, like complete trad with the filler or the gele, as the case might be. Okay, okay. And then the fifth person is showing up. If that one is wearing a knicker and even a shirt, is the person is wearing a knicker with a well-polished shoe and a well-starched shirt. Okay, based on appearance alone, you already, even as you are listening to me, you are listening to my description, you already have an idea of who is going to be most qualified for that role without looking at their CV, their resume, their portfolio. You already have like a mental picture of who is ideal for the role based on their appearance. Okay. Before you then look at their CV, I believe that you might not even look at the CV of those wearing round necks or Nika. You might even just tell them that, oh, sorry, you are the wrong place. Just move on with your life and you are not qualified. Okay. Say you then go ahead with the person wearing full complete trad, the person wearing shirt and the other person wearing suit that is wearing nice suits. Then you then look at them. Believe it or not, you might not agree or you might not want to confess that you might even end up giving preferential treatment to the person wearing suit over the rest. That's because the person has presented himself like the accountant that they are looking for. Do you understand? So that is why it is important that the way we design is very, very important as to what the audience is going to do after that, after they've seen the design. So the Google users come with the intent. They already know what they want. They are just looking for who to provide it for them. Okay. And this line is actually what's going to differentiate the Google ad from the Meta ad. Okay. So they already know. And the Google ad ecosystem, we have the typical Google search, YouTube ads, Those are ads are if you've not subscribed to YouTube, in between clips, you have those ads pop up. Some you can skip, some you cannot skip. They have to run their full course and everything. So those are ads as well. Then the Google Display Network, you have the Google shopping ads. When you search for, say you want to buy a pair of shoe and you search, those little ads that will come up with the price and everything. Okay, they're also there. The demand generation campaign, the app campaigns, then the performance marks and everything. This performance marks is new, just like it's going to help you, like Google itself, the AI machine of Google is going to help you distribute it across board and all. But the main, if you're not taking anything out of this, please remember that the users, in this case, they have intent. They are actively searching for something. Okay. For the meta ads, formerly known as the Facebook ads, okay, so that's where you have platforms under Meta, the Facebook, Instagram, your Messenger, and of course the third-party apps and websites. So it says here that it's the world's most powerful social advertising platform with over 3.2 billion daily active users across its family of apps. So that means you have the potential of reaching over 3.2 billion people as a brand and as a business. Now, the fundamental principle is meta ads or meta users, they are not searching for you. They are just scrolling. They are socializing and consuming data, content. Your job is to interrupt them so compellingly that they stop, engage, and act. Remember, for Google, they are searching for you. But for Meta, they are not searching for you. It is your job. The first one, it's your job to impress them, to say, oh, let me find password. Let me if you do this on password. Okay? Okay. But for Meta users, they are not searching for you. They don't send you. So it is now your job to say, I'm giving out a design so compelling that even if they are scrolling through Instagram, once they see mine, they have to stop to say, what is this? Do you get? So you have to be the one. You have to be the one to say, hello, I'm here. In a very nice way, in a very colorful way, you say, hello, I'm here. Please look at me. I have something important to tell you. Okay. And that talk, you are not saying it with your copy. Not just your copy, actually, but you are saying it with the design as well. Now you understand why your design taste is very important. And you understand why the principles of design, employing the principles of design is also important. That's because you are knowing those things for a purpose, or in this case, for either the purpose of, oh, you are trying to interrupt the attention of those people scrolling, or when they search for you, you are presenting yourself in the best way possible. You are presenting yourself in the best way possible. Please, do you understand the difference between the two? Please let's indicate that we understand. And if you find it confusing, yeah, I think we can just take time to shed more light on that if you find it confusing. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So safe to assume everyone understands and we can move on. Okay. So now, like I said, I'm not going to teach you say, oh, then for Google, you have to do this and this. This is the element you're going to use for Google. This is what, because if I say I'm giving you specifics now, remember I said design evolve. What might be applicable today, tomorrow might not be applicable again. But one thing you just have to take with you always is your understanding of those principles, their application, and the taste that you've acquired when it comes to design. Okay? But remember, you design with a purpose in mind. And the purpose is what's going to give direction to how you are going to design it. And always remember those 4 questions that we have. who you are designing for, or why they should care, what you are trying to see, and the next thing to do next. This one, who this is for, what is being offered, why they should care, and what to do next. Okay, so everything is kind of connected. It's not even kind of, everything is connected, and you cannot skip the knowledge of one and say, oh, so I don't need this one. No, you need it. You need to understand all the principles very well. Remember, design is a science. Okay, it's a form of science. You are speaking to people. You are interacting, you are communicating with them. You have to speak their language. If you want to pass that message across, you have to pass it across using their language. Okay, and that's why it's important you know the language they are looking to hear at that particular time. When they are searching for you, or when they are not searching for you, when you are the one searching for them. Okay, so sorry, this is a mistake. This is meant to be meta arts ecosystem. Apologies for that. So the meta arts ecosystem include your feed, your Facebook feed, the stories, reels, the rights column, the in-stream video marketplace, and groups like that. The same for Instagram too. The reels, the shop, the explore, the field, the inbox ad, the sponsored messages, the third-party apps and mobile websites. I think one of these, the Google Play Store, for this one, I mean, this app campaign is talking about when you have your app up, there are some accompanying designs. Those designs are very, very important. It's just you pitching what your app is about before they even say they want to click and install. That's to show you that your design will speak design will speak to your intended audience, your intended users, before they even interact with the actual product or service. Your design will speak to them. So it's very, very important that you get your ads right before you even say, oh, you want to go ahead to pitch them. Your design is already doing the speaking for you. Okay, so why these ads matter? I have it here that first impressions are design related. The way you introduce yourself, oh, my name is Bofola. Your design is introducing your brand, is introducing your business. So you have to treat it like one. Don't just settle for anyhow design. Okay. They are your ads are your hardest working salesperson here. Okay. And it's always working. You are there, you are not there, your ad is working for you. I'm sure most of us got to know about this section because of the ad that was done for this section. So the organizing body were not there to say, hello, Mr. Adedokun Ayomide. We would like to tell you about this session we'll be holding on Saturday. Instead, there was this ad that was set out that spoke to everybody. Yeah, that said the same language to everybody at different times. Okay, so it's not that. So your ad is always going to speak for you when you're not there. So do it right, do it well. Okay, so by design costs real money. So of course, we have a brand set up, our businesses set up, so that we can get money. And if you decided to design it poorly, it won't convert. Okay. Now, one funny thing is, I don't know if this has happened to you. When you come across a brand for the first time and the design is tacky, okay, you will scroll past the design. All right. If you come across it the second time and it's still tacky, you will scroll across it. Now, if you keep coming across that particular brand after a while, because of the knowledge you have about their tacky designs, you don't even wait to even read what's on the design. You see that this is the brand and you just scroll past it without even, you don't even want to know what they are saying. Has that happened to any of us? You don't care to know what they are saying. You just want to move past whatever it is that they are offering. Is that right? Has that happened to any of us? Okay. All right. So that is why just get it right from the beginning. And that's costing you, if your design is bad, it's already costing you money because usually just don't trust it. again, not to throw shade at those using ChatGPT, although shade should be thrown at them. But the way you are using ChatGPT for your design, they are putting out there. And one thing about ChatGPT is, or AI generally, for generating design is, it's going to give you something similar across board. If 100 people use it today, it's giving them something similar. It's giving the 100 something similar. Prompt it from now till tomorrow, it's still going to give you something similar. Now, I've seen people using it for billboard. I'm like, someone saying throw the shades, please. I'm like, why would you use this AI generated design for billboard? Now, I didn't even bother to look at it twice because I already felt like from doing that. Now, what if you are, pardon my friend, cheap enough to use ChatGPT for your publication here, for your publicity, then funny thing that it was this herb product here. That means you are okay with using cheap products, even for cheap ingredients for your product too. I can't trust your product. Do you get it? So the way you presented your brand using your design already said a lot about your brand. Okay. So now that is already costing the person money. Okay, every bad impression chips away at brand equity. Okay, so design determines first impression. People will judge your brand based on your ad, what they've seen of your ad. So it's better not to do it at all if you know you are not doing it right. Okay, the attention economy is one visually. I think this is ideal for the meta ads, and since you are the ones searching for them, they are not searching for you. Okay, and this is saying here that users scroll 300 plus feet of content every day. Okay, so if your design cannot stop them, hmm, I mean, your even text cannot stop them. It is your design. So we are we are open, and we are looking up to your design to interrupt their scrolling. All right. Exactly. We have limited time to catch people's attention. Okay, so we're having some case studies. We'll just look at them. We'll look at the consumer and the lifestyle brands first. We have other categories that we'll look at. Now, again, your designs don't need to be complicated. Okay, if the information on your ads are too much, okay, if the information or the elements you are using are too much, so much that your core message gets lost, then then the purpose is defeated. Okay, I would say keep it simple and don't keep it too, making it complicated is you complicating things for yourself already. Just keep your design simple. So when it comes to ad, don't think about, oh, I have to use all the brand colors. I have to use all the brand elements. I have to use like 5 typography, like 5 fonts and stuff like that. No, you keep it simple. Keep it simple and keep your messaging clear. And your messaging is not just about the copy, like the text on the design. It's talking about even the placement. Okay, look at this first one now, saying 50% off. No, so now there's a way they've done this in such a way that the hierarchy is. So we have like two things that I've been given hierarchy. Remember I said there are ways to assign hierarchy to elements in your design. So you're saying there are two things here. For this one, there are two things. Now, it's like you are looking at those two things at once. I think this is nicely done. You are looking at the two things at once. You are looking at the 50% off, and you are looking at grab it now at once. So they'll be able to say, oh, so we have like two things, so yeah, and they are both important. In fact, they are important, that they're almost the same in terms of importance. So let's do it in such a way that yes, our users are able to see, or our consumers are able to see these two things together, but we are not doing it in a tacky way. I think this is beautifully done. It is simple, and the messaging is clear, saying 50% of grab it now. Now, if you notice, there's a CTA there. The CTA is explore, and it's telling you to explore their store here. So I think this year aligns with all the principles that we've learned. Okay, this is nicely done. So I'm just giving us insight into some of the, well-performing ads that we have online right now. Okay, some of the well-performing ads that we have right now. Then we have the one for Coca-Cola. The alignment is straight, center alignment. I mean, this grab a Coca-Cola, get chilling. It's just telling you like it's straight messaging. And now you see that if you've noticed, the pictures used is actually speaking to the copy. The copy is saying, grab a Coca-Cola, get chilling. And as you can see, those in the picture used are actually chilling. As opposed to the one beside it saying, grab a Coca-Cola, get celebrating. So remember, you are communicating using your design. Your copy is saying, get chilling. So imagine you interchanging these two pictures. You are putting this one here, the one in the get celebrating to the one in get chilling. There's a disconnect between your copy and the image you are using. But even if I don't read this, grab a Coca-Cola, get chilling, and I see people relaxing, I already know that, oh, Coca-Cola is going to make me relax. You get. So there's a connection between what is being said and what is being shown. And I'm telling you that what is being shown is what is going to like even grab their attention. Imagine if you've been working under the sun since morning, and when it's 4 o'clock, you just see these ads and you see this person relaxing, just having fun, not no stress. And then you see Coca-Cola. The first thing that will come to your mind is, oh, if I should buy a bottle of Coca-Cola, maybe I'll feel relaxed. So you start, I mean, this is temptation for those doing fit farm. I mean, this is really big temptation for them, yeah. Because if they are stressed out and they see this, trust me, what's ringing in their head is, I need to take a bottle of Coca-Cola. And this has been passed across, or this has been made possible with the ad, the proper ad. Okay. This one to the last one, what they are saying now, the core message of this is a discount. So the 20% off is getting your attention first. In fact, if you see this, I'm sure the first thing you read was 20% off. Then you now went to the supporting text on it that says start the year taking care of your skin. And then the CTA is there too. Hierarchy is being employed here. So your messaging, the core message you're trying to pass, yeah, we must be depicted in your ad. Okay. If it is discount campaign, yes. Discount campaign, yes. Then let that discount be what is taking. Because the funny thing is, your employer or your clients might not know all these things that you know now. But since you know, it is then your duty as a professional or as someone who knows to ensure that the messaging is done properly using your design. Because it's possible you do this another way, the employer will say, okay, yes, you've done it, oh yeah, push it out. And it will not yield results. Your employer would, I mean, you leave everybody baffled that, oh, you've done the hard, so why is it not working? But not knowing that you didn't, yes, you've done the hard, but it was not properly done. Okay. So your knowledge of all the principles will enable you, okay, will equip you to have the right design with the purpose in mind. All right. So the next one, okay, so what I have here again is we go back to that, or maybe let's try this. This is just like a summary of the differences between the Google and the Meta ad. So the user mindset for Google ad is intent driven. They are searching for you. For Google ad, it's intent driven. They are searching for you. For Meta ad, it's discovery driven. They are scrolling. It's your duty to use a compelling design to stop them, to help them stop their scrolling and pay attention to you. The priority for Google ad is clarity and to answer the query. I'm searching for the best platform to learn digital skill. Kradle is the best platform that answers my question like straight up. Okay, it's not confusing. I'm just Google searching the best platform for digital learning. Kradle is coming up. I know that is the best. So yes, I'm going for Kradle. But for MetaAd, your primary one is okay. You want them to stop schooling. You want to have that trigger that, oh, I was not thinking of this, but this that I'm looking at right here, this that I'm looking at is making me think of it. Okay. Now, the best for Google Ads, the best format is responsive display, the search and everything. But for Meta Ad, yes, people see search, but you have the reels and infield video. Now, when we're talking about design, I hope you understand that we're not talking about just still design. Okay, we're not talking about just still design. We also have, like I said, we have motion design. Design has like different branches. Motion design is also there. Typical example of this is YouTube. Okay, whenever you are watching YouTube, most times it's not just still designs that would static designs that will show. Most times uh it's usually motion design or things like that. So we are looking at design generally and not just static design. Okay. So user mindset, yes, yes. So the headline style is concise and benefits led, while for the meta is emotionally resonant and story style. Okay, so the headline is straight to the point. You are telling them what they stand to get if they use you. Okay. Now again, why I'm saying all this is you might have like the copy from your copywriter from whoever you want to get your copy from, but they've given you the copy. It is left to you, it is your duty as your designer to then categorize all these things. Yeah, as to which one is taking the most hierarchy, which one is taking the most importance. That's why you're a professional, that's why you know these things. So you look at the copy, you know which one should have like the most hierarchy, then you design accordingly. Okay. Then the lifespan, we have uh for Google Ads is usually longer, but for Meta Ads is usually done for shorter period. The social proof it is less critical, while for the Meta it is highly effective. Okay. So it converts. So we have more case study. So this one is talking about from the angle of the fintech and finance. Remember, we're not using too many flashy colors. If you've noticed for this one, we're not using too many flashy colors. Even this one for the cash app, yeah, they are not using, yes, they have colors, but they're not flashy, they're still subtle. I hope you understand. So we don't have like colors flying around and everything. And in fact, they're even this free to use so many colors because of their audience, their target audience. Okay, so they are not traditional in a sense as to we are going to a traditional bank, access, GT and stuff. So they still have to consider the audience they are trying to appeal to in formulating the design. So know your audience, know who, of course, those four questions that we answered. So you have to design to address them. This one is look at this one, the alignment is there, the alignment is there, everything is on point, the messaging is clear, the hierarchy is there. They're saying deploy your app with us. This way of representing the app is giving hierarchy to app within this whole copy here. You read it as deploy your app with us. We are saying even within that, we want you to pay more attention to app. That's playing around hierarchy. Okay. Hire us. Okay. That's their city. They're telling you to hire them. Clear messaging. The imagery too is on point. Nothing uh extravagant because it's a fintech and finance. They can't afford to look too unserious. Okay. Revolut is here. Simple messaging, simple arrangement of the design. Okay. Simple messaging, simple arrangement of design. They are showing you, they are showing you that yes, using us, you're going to be happy because you can see the man is smiling. He's happy using them, he's transacting and he's happy doing it. Okay, so the design is showing you what you stand to gain using the service. Okay, and they're giving context to it, get great exchange rate, just like for the Siberia or whatever his name is. Okay, I'm guessing this is the guy. So they're saying just like him, if you want to be like him. So if you want to break this down now, you say, like, oh, for you to be like this guy, yeah, for you to be smiling while exchanging, Jesus. Okay. So now it's possible they just put this. Imagine if this guy is not there, if the man is not there, and you just have get great exchange rate, just like and the what if he's frowning? Why? What if he's frowning? Why doing it? I mean, your bank is calling it great, but to the consumer, it's not so great. But they are showing you that even the consumer enjoys it. Okay, all right. And for the B2B and creative inspiration, we have Mailchimp. Mailchimp is there, clear messaging. They're not doing too much. It's not too chaotic. The messaging, the core messaging is there that you can send your email from everywhere when you use them. Another one is turn on Google and add retargeting from Mailchimp today. So they are telling you their core message straight up. They are being, just they're hitting the nail on the head. The CTA is there too. Get started. I'm into it. See what's next. Everything is well created. Okay. Then we have the Adobe Suite, have different formats, different sizes that you can have your arts in for this. I mean, this is more of like your creativity, and we know when you have creativity, it's usually depicted by a burst of color. It's usually depicted by a burst of color that, oh, you have an idea. One of the way we depict having an idea is having that light bulb at the top of of the head. That's like, oh, your brain is experiencing this really nice feeling because you're inspired, because your creativity is booming at that moment. Okay. And they've done that using this design and everything. You can see the alignment too. You can see that the alignment there, the hierarchy is there, the city is clearly done, the white space, the typography, everything is there. And that's why the initial magazine design that we said might be fine, but is it functional? Okay, is it functional? So that's the one question that you keep asking yourself. I like it, but with the audience I'm trying to appeal to, would they like it? And moreover, is it giving like a clear messaging? Understand? Remember those 4 questions. Once you're able to answer those 4 questions with your design under 30 seconds, then your design is good. If not, please do not compromise. Simply redesign. Okay. All right. So this one we are looking at others. We are looking at this one is Gymshark. I mean, it's just like saying, oh, I'm sure the copywriter gave the copy look good, lift ugly. And I think they've just like depicted this copy using this design. The guy is looking good in his shirt, but lifting will make you have this ugly face here. As you are lifting, you're not lifting cute. If you are really lifting, okay, your face cannot remain cute while lifting. You have to make it ugly because you are lifting something. But the design is telling you that yes, even though you make a face whenever you are lifting, our shirt will still make you look good, nonetheless. Simple ad is passing the message across. This can be done in another way, like in so many other ways. It can be done in a chaotic ways that will not even like pass the message across straight up. But looking at this, as simple as it is, yeah, there is a connection between the design and the copy. Okay, the same for this, the real saying this ad is for men. I mean, most men I don't know this is a mascara brush. Okay, but now they are now giving you like two, they're giving you like two things in one. You now know that this is a mascara brush, and they're also like relating it to the world of marketing, to the world of business and everything, just giving like data across it. And this one too, for your week with the right gadgets. I mean, the design is saying something. We have the man sitting. I'm sure that this is targeted as businesses and all. It's targeted at businesses, and they've done this in such a way that even from the little detail of the company, like the buildings behind, saying this is for like the corporate world or something. The man playing the game is saying, "Oh yes, you're a worker, you're a corporate worker in 95 and everything." But then afterwards, you know that what will actually what will make your week good is when your gadgets are working nice. Okay, so imagine going to work, you working and you looking to relax when you get home, and your gadgets are not working, your PS is not working, your phone is giving you issue. But if everything is working nice, you're also happy. If your gadget is working, I know that you click on edit and it's taking 5 seconds to carry out that action here. I mean, they are speaking something that when you are working and you're with the right gadget, you're happy. And they've done their best to depict that with the design. Okay. So now I think this is the last session of this slide, saying AI in arts design. Yes, I know uh, the person using TechnoSpark 8C is saying we should throw shades, but let me take you back to one point I made at the beginning. Humans evolve and designs evolve with humans as well. They go hand in hand. Now, AI is here. Just like, it's the same thing as when Google started here. People were like, oh, Google is going to like people were like Google is going to people are going to like move take people out of work. Google is going to do this. Google will be bad for some skills and all. But at the end of the day, what we've done is we've used Google to enable us work faster and more effectively. And in the same light, AI is here. We are not saying you should rule AI out of your design. We are saying that, are you using it the right way? What most people do is they rely totally on AI. They don't even try. They just say, oh, I want this, and this, and whatever AI is giving them is what they are going to put out there. But what they forget is AI is a machine, it's still learning, and AI does not have the emotion that humans have. And what we do most of the time with our design is appeal to the emotion of people. Okay. All right. So what we do most time is we appeal to the emotion of people using our design. We communicate to the emotional part of people using our design. So AI does not have emotion as such. So it's unable to really emotionally communicate to a target audience. But that does not mean AI should not be employed in some areas whenever we are designing. So just briefly touch down on this, the role of AI. I have here at the top right corner that AI doesn't remove the designer, but what it does is simply removes the friction between the idea and the execution. Sometimes we have to design and we don't know I mean, we already have like the understanding of the brief, yeah, but we don't know how to go about it. And sometimes we get stuck. Okay. Now that's not the time to say, okay, hey, I do this thing for me. At least I've subscribed. I've paid you my money. So it's time for me to enjoy my money. Another way you can, in fact, the right way for you to enjoy your money as a designer is you go to AI, you give him the prompt to say, okay, this is the prompt and everything. What is the general, belief of people? What's the general understanding of people regarding this? So there are phases of design. There's a research phase, yeah, then ideation phase before you get to execution, research, ideation, execution, yeah. So during this research phase and the ideation phase, AI can be of great help to you. When you research, you can use AI to research. Oh, what is the general notion people have about this particular topic? Okay, you use AI to have the understanding of it. Then you then say, okay, let's then generate idea. AI can help you generate ideas as well. Okay. Then from what I have here, I have steps like workflow. I'm saying like you can use AI to strategize to say this is what you want to do, this is what you are looking to do, what are people saying, or what do people understand about this topic. You use AI to understand that. Then the copy as well, you can use AI to just the copy might not even like speak to you. I mean, you're reading the copy and you are not getting what it means. You can use AI to get like variation of the headline. We say, okay, so this is the headline. Can you say it in another way so I can have an understanding of what you're trying to say? That is you employing the AI in your design. Okay, so now sometimes you have the idea already. Okay, you're done with your research, you already have what you want to do. You have the idea, but you're having difficulty in, visualizing the idea. You can use AI to do that. Okay. I had a project recently where I was meant to design a billboard. Okay. Now I had the idea, but I needed to show my clients the idea. Okay. I need to show my client the idea and what we need. For example, Afcon will always say, don't use AI generated for your adverts, your billboard and everything. But I need to show my clients what the idea is all about and what we will need. So we need to have a photo session to get this kind of image that we then use on the billboard. Now, but I need to go with my clients with something like a visual representation of my idea. What I did was I employed the use of AI to do this. I gave it the prompt, what I wanted to do, and here I was able to generate this. Then I sent my client to say, okay, so this is the direction we are looking at. And after this and this, this is what we'll be changing, this is what we need. In fact, the client actually went to the idea and we went on to then have everything needed to ensure the execution of the idea. Okay, so this is where AI can be used. Okay, then sometimes you want to run your ad on a new platform, a platform you are not familiar with, but you have to run your ad there because maybe that's what your target audience interact with more. But you don't know the sizing for ads on this platform. You can use AI for that. Okay, say, oh, I need to design for Facebook Marketplace. What formats can be used? AI is going to tell you, oh, this is the size you will use for that. This is the size you use for your news. This is the size you will use for your, things like that. You can use AI. But please, plainly put, don't be too lazy to say AI should do the work that you should do. Because most times they do not lead to the desirable outcome when you use them for ads. You are appealing to emotions of people again, and they should be able to connect emotionally to what you have designed. And this you can do when you do it yourself, when you own it, based on the understanding that you have, the knowledge that you have. But don't rely on AI for this. But AI is a very great tool to help you achieve your goal. I mean, I already said points where you can use your AI to help you achieve your goals. Then you can also use your AI to test as well. Okay, so there's this for those that develop logo, the AI tools that will then help you search if the other brands have done the same logo before. It's going to bring it to you to say, oh yeah, this brand has something similar to what you've done. Then you know that, oh, your idea is not really novel, like it's also not novel enough. Yeah, then you have to go back to your Canva and design something else, or you know where to tweak. So these are what you use AI for, not leaving the work to AI to do for you. All right. All right. So in conclusion and summary, the 5 things that will change how you design arts. This is just the page for that. Okay. So we are going to the end of the session. The 5 things that will help change how you see design and how you design is the first one is having an understanding that design communicates before copy does. When you have your ad, the first thing that is going to communicate is the design itself, not the copy. All the visual decision, the color, the font, the space, hierarchy, all these things will come together to send a message even before they read your copy. So make it intentional every time. Next one is taste is not a skill. Sorry, taste is a skill, not a gift. When you say, oh, this person has a great taste in design, it's because the person has developed it. So as you looking to design your art tool, you have to develop that great taste in design that would enable you to do the proper design. And this is something that we've looked at, how to go about it, how to develop taste. We've looked at that. And the third one is your ad has 3 seconds, design for that window. If your ad cannot do the job in 3 seconds, redesign. Don't compromise. You don't have room to compromise. Okay, just go back and redesign it. Okay, clarity is the most powerful design tool. Okay, then for summary, the Google and Meta ads speak different design languages. Okay, for Google, the purpose is clarity and intent, while for Meta, you are looking at the emotional appeal you want to render, and also you are looking to interrupt. You are looking to interrupt just scrolling. Okay, excuse me. So use the right grammar for each platform, use the right elements. Remember, okay, so from the samples that we have, some hierarchy would have they will just employ just the font size, while some will employ using colorful background and stuff like that. Okay, so now for something like that, is you trying to appease their emotion, is you trying to interrupt them when you see that splash of color in everything that seems white, but there's this pop of color at that point. Okay, so everything seems white, but there's a particular area on the design that is having this pop of color. Okay, there's a particular area on the design that's having this pop of color. So that part is might interrupt them. Okay. They say, oh yeah, so what's this pop of color all about? Then the last one is AI is your fastest creative collaborator. Notice I'm not saying you're your fastest creative replacement. I'm not saying your fastest creative replacement, it is your collaborator. Use it to generate options, not replace judgments. Okay? So you are using it to generate option, not that you are then using it to replace judgment altogether. Okay, the prompt is your skill. Your taste curates the output. Okay? And we've come to the end of the session with that. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And now I think we can have a quick Q&A session. Do we have anyone with questions? If you have questions, this is the time to ask those questions and we can address them accordingly. Thank you too. Thank you. Anyone with question, you can raise your hand so I'll tell you to unmute, or you can drop it in the chat box, then pick it up from there. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have Ademide with the hand raised first. Can start with you. Please unmute and go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, earlier in the lesson, you talked about developing good taste. I just wanted to ask, do you have any tips on sort of pulling inspiration without copying other people's design, being able to sort of create your own design from inspiration you've gotten from other designs without just straight up copying them?
Okay. All right. So I think yes, there's a way you can do that. And really it's embedded in what I've said earlier. If you are able to carry on those steps that I said earlier, remember I said like the part of you building the swipe file, you analyzing and stuff like that. So if you've made that your culture and you consume this, like those ads that you feel are good, okay? So now trust me, when it's time for you to design, without looking at any other thing, without even searching for inspiration at that point, everything that you've digested, everything that you've analyzed, everything that you've studied and you've practiced, you'll be able to use it. Now, what makes it interesting is you might pick elements from different designs because you've dealt with like a lot of them. You might pick, say, like the font placement in one, you pick the color usage in another, you use the pattern used in one. So all these things together, but because they've already become a part of you, you've analyzed them, you've studied them, you already know how they are done. Yeah, with time, you discover that even you are able to even, without even looking at them, they're there in your memory again. That's why it's a daily thing. Okay, that's why it's something daily. You have to do it every day. So there's no shortcuts to it. That is the work behind it. If you want to have a good taste in design, you have to do it daily. Do it daily. And one thing most people tend to overlook is, oh, then at a point they stop you know, developing that taste. Developing that taste is something that should never stop. Even when you have uh you're already a professional, even when you feel like yes, you've known to a reasonable extent, you still have to maintain that your taste. So it's something that you do continuously. So don't don't just say, oh, and one fact, okay, I feel like you all should pay me for this is what is fine. I won't collect money from everyone. One fact is the moment you have this at the back of your mind, or the moment you think that as a designer you already know it all, that is when you stop knowing things. Always approach design, even if you've been designing for 20 years, always approach it daily like you are just starting out, you are just learning. And the reason behind this is the fact that design evolve just like humans evolve. What you know yesterday or what you learned yesterday might not be applicable again today. And if you don't get carried along with the evolution, you get left behind. So as designers, always digest design, always build your taste in design every day. So now I know I hope I've answered your question because I feel like you saying you don't want to copy, if you have done that and it's something that you do every day, you find out that then that's when you discover your own style. Because every designer, we all have our own styles. Some people are good using illustration design. When they input illustration into designs, you will be swept off your feet. Some people are good using pictures. That is a style. But it takes you practicing for you to develop your own style, for you to discover your style and then develop it. I hope you understand. Okay. All right. Thank you. Mr. Testimony Ajayi, you have the floor, please.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Bola. Thank you so much for this amazing session. In fact, I I found this session really insightful. You had to break all the principles down, give us relatable designs that really complement what you are trying to explain. But here is my question. and my question is about the ads design part. You said there are differences between Meta ads and um Google ads. Yeah. And then you said I think you said Meta is based on emotion and interruption, while you said Google is based on clarity. So I want to ask that, okay, for instance, if I'm working for a particular brand and we are trying to run our ads on the two platforms, we are trying to run ads on the two platforms. So and to come up with an ad design for both platforms. Is it that I will have to make two different designs? That is one for Google and one for Meta. That is my first question. And I would also want you to kindly show us like probably a design sample of what you are trying to explain on the differences between the Google and the Meta ads design. So I think that's my question. And lastly, I would want to maybe beseech you that probably if we can get this slide so we can just keep learning from our ends too. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to document this so I don't forget. So your second question is to show sample of both Google and Meta. This first question again, sorry, just briefly say the first question again.
Okay, the first question is that is it
Oh,
possible
the
for me to
difference in
make
design.
two different designs?
Okay. I think and I understand, maybe I understand why you're asking. Because truth is, for Google design, if you say you want to have like a Google design campaign and everything, yeah, you need to resize. You have your base design, then you resize to fit different, platforms and all. Okay. And the same for Meta as well. I mean, you have different sizes for your reels, for your stories, and for other parts here. So now, again, I'm being careful not to give you a specific answer, but I would really love to take you back to one aspect of the design that we've learned today. And this is it. Is this one on the screen right here? And the not to sugarcoat the truth, if you have the same campaign, and at the end of the day, yeah, for Google, which is to show clarity and all, if the design you've made is not answering this for, like who it is for, what is being offered, why people should care and what to do next. If it's not answering this for, remember I said Google is for people that are not with intent. It's just like saying, from the example I used, um, what is the best platform to get your digital skills to prepare you for the job market here. Now, if you've done that Google search and the first company you are seeing is Kradle, yeah, and imagine if the first thing that you can see from the Kradle ad is Kradle Africa, best platform for your digital skill acquisition. Okay, that's what is done. And then you have the picture of a young person, yeah, smiling and holding probably a laptop, showcasing that, oh, this person is happy and this person is prepared. Okay. Then imagine if after searching, it's still showing Cradle here, but it's showing Cradle Africa, and you have the CEO there, and you have the quote from the CEO saying, we are Cradle Africa, and we have collaborated with Bowo Design to ensure that you learn graphic design. Okay. Now, the two are actually good design. They are great designs. Okay. But one is speaking more to what you searched for. And that's the first one. Like saying this is the best platform to get your digital skill. Okay. At that point, it is already satisfying the intent for Google, is that when people search for us, they will see us and we are answering that question outrightly. Because the search prompt is the best digital acquisition platform. And the first design is showing you that this is what it is. While the second design is not really showing you. So to cut the long story short, if your design is not speaking to, okay, Google is for intent, uh, Meta is for, oh, I want them to stop scrolling, I want to interrupt their scrolling. If your design, the same campaign, but if it is not satisfying, it's possible you have like maybe a campaign and the design will speak to the two. Fine, it's possible. But if that is not the case, then please, again, no compromise. Don't, because these things are quite expensive. Don't compromise. Redesign. It's going to take pain, it's going to take effort, but please redesign. And again, like I said, your employer may not really see the need to do that because they don't have the in-depth knowledge of design like you do. But because you are the one designing it, okay, that is where we know that yes, you know what you're doing, you're professional. Please redesign. In fact, it's possible for you to insist that you have to have like separate design for it. Please do. Do not compromise. I've answered your, okay, the second question, the Google and the Meta ad. Oh, do I have any? Let me see if I have any. Okay, I think this one we actually speak for Meta ads. Okay, because what they're doing is to grab your attention. Okay, what they're doing is to grab your attention. Oh, I think all the design samples I have here they are all Meta ads design. Let me see. Well, let's just continue. Let's take other questions. I would search for one and share with you now. I will search for
All
one and
right.
share with you. All right, thank you.
All right.
Do you have
Yeah,
any other
thank you so
question?
much for answering my question.
You're most welcome. Most welcome. Do you have any other question? Do you have any other question? Oh, so we have a raise of hand. Sorry. Okay. Nicole, please, you have the floor. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so my question is from like a beginner's perspective. Like I'm not a designer, but if I see like a design, I'm like, I wish I could do that. I just wanted to ask like what your, I guess your learning journey was, like how you got where you are, like any recommendations for someone who is looking to learn like from scratch, and also like what software you use and why, and yeah, that's my question basically.
Okay. Okay. So, I think you are the right place, Nicole. I know for certain that Cradle is the best place to learn from scratch and all. Okay. For me, I've been working for as a designer for more than 8 years now. And one of the pillars of my own profession is okay, so whatever design knowledge I have is not solely dependent on the tool I'm using. Okay. I mean, I started off using CorelDRAW, then I switched to Illustrator, the Adobe Suite, After Effects, Figma, and all. But I think beyond tool, design is more about you. It's about what you can produce behind those tools with those tools, yeah. But I'm sure Cradle would, when praise gets on, it's going to tell you because we have a like Cradle has a plan of, you know, like that's what Cradle is basically for, to help imagine people to just to have like a soft landing into that digital world. So Cradle is the best platform for you to actually learn that from scratch. And that's what we are working on right now. That's what Cradle is working on right now. And that's why I have sections like this. So just let you know that, yeah, you might have the skills, but there's always room to grow. And if you don't have the skill at all, yes, there's always platforms like this to help you grow. All right. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. TechnoSpark, 8C. I'm sorry, your name's not there. That's what I have to keep calling you. You have the floor, please.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh.
Yeah, my name is Timmy, actually, not Technospark 8C. Thank you.
All right, Timmy.
All right. So my question is, and first of all, thank you for the class. It was very insightful, and I can say that I learned a lot. So my question is, you know how your clients will just come and they'll say, "Oh, just do your thing for us." How they will just say, this is the name of my brand. This is what I want. Just do your thing. I don't have anything in my head. Just do your thing. And then you do it for them. And then they come and say, I don't like it. So the question now is, how do you explain to them that this is why I use this for you? This is why it is good for your brand. These people kind of twist your brain sometimes because sometimes I feel like I want to know how to design like my clients because what is this? You told me to do my thing and I did it, and you are here saying you don't want. So, how do I get them to understand that what I use for them were intentional and not just random something? Yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
All right. Okay. I guess I get the emotion you are trying to to tell, yeah. So this is it. I think one way to approach it is this, yeah. As much as possible, try to always have like context, more context from your client. Uh, you know, it is right that you interview your clients before you set out to do the projects, the task here. Have your questions, have them ready. It's understanding, things like the purpose of of the project, of the task. you're asking them, what are you looking to? I mean, the questions, those four questions actually, if you're able to like uh have them in a form that you can ask your clients to say, oh, what are you looking to target? Okay, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to be the call to action after design is being done? I think asking these questions, so it's different from you just saying, okay, what do you want? This time you are specific. You're asking those specific questions. Who are you looking to target? Why should your customers care? What's the value you are proposing with this your product or service? Asking those questions, in fact, it's going to give you like this, it's going to give them a sense of your professionalism. Then they would be convinced that yes, you know what you're doing. And once you are done, so what most designers do, which would of course have this clients and is to is to then just send the design as it is to them. But I feel like a lazy person cannot be a designer because you have to be deliberate and you have to be detailed. Okay, in that case, whenever you are sending in your design, present your design. If you are not there, let that presentation give you explanation to it. Oh, in your design, you explain to them why you are using that color. In the presentation, you explain why you are using that color, why the placement has to be where it is, why you feel like this is what will work for your brand. That, of course, will also present you as a professional. But mind you, you have to know what you're doing too.
Hi, boy.
See now, okay, so these are samples of Google Ads. So this one is showing just the product. Okay. But this one is showing not just the product, it's showing features of the product as well. This also is an example of it. This as well. I mean, this one is telling that the I mean, even without words, you can depict something from this that this is going to you have something chilled, something really cold, yeah, from this. This one is just the plain one. But this one is telling you that yeah, it's windy, I mean, things like that. See, so this ones, the tops, can see them. I sense showing the anti-reflection pro, things like this. These are the Google samples of Google Ads, all this. And there are some applications that when you open to, there's some website that when you open on Google and stuff like that, on the website, you still have like those rectangles by the side where we have ads and all. Those ones too are samples of Google Ad. Does that answer the question? All right. So do you have, you're welcome, you're welcome. Do you have any other question or it's a good place to call it a day? Is it? Hmm. All right. Since you don't have any other question, thank you so much for your time, everyone. Thank you for the interaction. Thank you for the attention. Really appreciate it. And oh, Olamide, you have your hand raised. Sorry.
All right, guys, just one more question. Oh, sorry about that. All right, just one more question, and because we also have like another session, and that is about an hour. So, Olamide, you can ask your question. You kind of mute. Let me help with that. Let me help with that. All right. There you go. Olamide, you can unmute now. Okay, I think that was the wrong Olamide. How many? Let me search real quick. Yeah, that's you. How about now? Try again. Any joy? Okay. How about you just type the question in the chat. Olamide, are you there? Hmm. All right, I'm not sure Olamide is here. But are you done?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking time out today to join. Okay, this question just came. And this is an interesting question. But
Yes, I'm reading the question right now. Design is a career I'm still learning. Hold on. Oh, that's a really, it's an interesting question indeed. Okay, let me be square with you, Olamide. I'll tell you the harsh reality here, not hold anything back. I have a soft spot for CorelDRAW. I mean, I learned with it. I believe I can perform magic with CorelDRAW. Okay. But away from the reality of, okay, me using CorelDRAW and me be good at it, and I have a soft spot for it. Like I said, design evolve, tools evolve. You can't do certain things on CorelDRAW that you can do on other design tools. Okay. So if you're not to say that you should stop using your CorelDRAW, but like I said, design is more about the designer than the tool being used. But that does not mean you should not now learn the industry standard tools. That's the harsh truth. Continue with your CorelDRAW. Of course, you make money with it. CorelDRAW, I think, is still ideal for print designs. Continue with your CorelDRAW, but ensure you know about other tools too. Like I said, industry standard tools like your Adobe Suite, your Figma, ensure you know about them so you're able to use them and you're able to use them. Okay. So please do your CorelDRAW, learn it, be perfect at it, but other tools to be perfect at it too. Because you will get to some places they will ask you, are you able to use certain tools? Even though you know what you're doing, you are good at your job, you should still be able to use those tools. They expect that you know how to use them because they are industry standard. So please expand your tool knowledge here. So learn other design tools, Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma, just because I think it's actually dangerous for a designer to know just one tool, to know how just to use one tool. You should be able to learn to use other tools as well. Okay. Thank you, Ramdi. I actually want to ask to know if
there are a lot of answers now. These are questions that you guys will pay for. You're supposed to pay for this.
I don't know the niche to focus on in design. Design is broad. What do you advise? Oh, I think the answer to this is your taste. So when you scroll, what are the things that appeal to you? What are the things that appeal to your taste? So you would from your taste, yeah, those things that you feel, oh, this is nice. Oh, really, I really like this. I wish I know how to do this. Just keep saving them, then keep, practicing with them. Like I said, doing that, you will discover which niche like you would love to focus on because you've developed a taste. Because you've developed a taste in that niche, then you can just like go with that. Oh, praise someone is unable to join the community with the form provided. All right, I hope I've answered your question, Emily. And please don't be discouraged. Rome was not built in a day. Like I said, I've been working for 8 years, but it's not as if I got the client I wanted from the first year or anything. It was more of like just I kept going at it, not giving up and all. Design is not an easy skill to acquire, to be honest. Something that takes practice, and dedication and stuff like that. And always remember to get that honest feedback and you to appreciate it and work on the feedback as they come. Okay, so please don't be discouraged. And please, like Praise has just so joining a community too will help you. I think Kradle is actually a very good one for that. So join the community. Sometimes it's nice to learn with people as well. So you're not just alone. You have other people that you can be accountable to. Yeah, do you get? Praise, the link is not taking them to the community, please.
Oh,
Okay, so
so sorry guys. So the way the link is set up today is, I mean, we have a landing page, but for some reason there's an issue with that, which is why. So if you look at what I did, you copy that link and then paste on your browser, whether you use Safari or use Chrome or your default phone browser. Do you understand? Just paste it. Just copy that link. You have to copy the link. Just copy that. It says chat.whatsapp, something like that. Okay, I would repaste here. So, what you have to do first of all, you need to, hmm, let me confirm. Let me confirm what you said, Favor. Because I mean, I can see people joining already. Now, please, if you have been able to join, please let me just see like thumbs up so that I can be sure. Yeah, it's working. I mean, I'm right here. I don't know if you guys can see my screen on my phone. Okay, you can see it. But yeah, the link is working. I don't know what seems to be the problem. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, you've joined. Okay. Favor, can let me text you privately so you can give me your number, then I would add you manually. Uh, yeah, Favor. So Favor, I've sent you a private text. Just drop your number there. I will add you. All right. Any more questions? Olamide, your hand is still raised. You want to ask a question? Okay, I guess we are good. Just a second, guys. Let me just quickly add Favor, and then we call this a day. Favor, can you help me with your email address as well? Five, six, eight. Okay. So this is okay. Okay. All right. I will add you very soon. Okay, guys. All right. That's all. But you're done, right?
yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for for joining, because I mean this is 2 o'clock already. We actually planned this to last 2 hours, but I mean I'm sure you've learned a whole lot. From what I could see, it was very, very interactive, and I know Bo did like a lot of justice to whatever questions, presumptions you might have had about how Meta ads and Google ads work. So, like I said earlier, this is Kradle Africa. What we do, we're on a mission to keep young Nigerians employable. And of course, if you're a business owner, you're a freelancer, we help you deliver the best services or the best service in the context of your field. So, if you're a freelance designer, well, I'm sure you've been able to learn something really important that will take you to the next level. So, if you've not joined the community, I've pasted it once again in the group chat. So please um please endeavor to join. The end goal at the end of the day is to equip you with skills that are high in demand by top paying clients, by high paying companies. And in the next few months, you begin to see like rollouts. Like this is a free version of what we offer. And in the next few months, you would actually see a paid version. So I'm talking online courses that are more in-depth, more advanced. That will take the span of 3 to 6 months. That will just help you get better, well-grounded, and at the end of it all, you'll be a seasoned designer. We also offer other courses in case you are interested in that. So there's product management, there's product design, there's product marketing, there's courses in the creative space. We have a whole lot in store for you guys. So please keep your ears to the ground. We have your emails already, but it would be nice to also have you in the community, so that way you keep abreast of everything we have ongoing. Um, if you could do us a favor, you could just go to Twitter, go to Instagram, just give us a shout out, especially on Twitter. Just you know, let them know that you learned a lot there. If there's a quotable quote you learned from Bo, just go on Twitter, go on LinkedIn, go on Instagram, just at Cradle Africa. Let them know that you learned something here today. And please don't forget, we still have one more session for you. That's on email marketing and retention, and that's happening by 3 p.m. So if you're interested in that, don't forget, we'll also notify you on the group chat as well as via email. I'm sure this has been a very, very insightful one for you guys. Before we go, I'd like all of us to turn on our video. If you could do me that favor, just turn on your video so we can take like a quick snapshot, everyone. Okay, just a second, just a second. Let me enlarge this. Okay, let me enlarge this. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Okay, Alamo, Kiki, Daniel, Rosemary, Infinix, Daniel, testimony. Please turn on your video. Let's take a quick one. Let's take a quick one. All right, let me just okay, turn on the snapshot on this camera. Okay, already. I can see some people like some people. Okay, okay, okay. I'll give us some time to. I'll give us some time to put on your makeup, do a quick haircut, whatever you need to do. Okay, Dr. Brian, or is it Dr. Breen? Um, Adeola Olamide, Emmanuel Akonji, Daniel Omogbija. I'd like to see you guys turn up. Let's take a quick one, guys. Let's let them know that there's something happening here. You could take a screenshot on your end too. So just after this call, just post it on Twitter. Just let them know, like Cradle Africa, this was a very insightful session. I don't know, boy, you probably want to put your handle on Twitter so they would know. So they'll know it's from you. And but it was also on LinkedIn, but it was also on Instagram. So just tag Let them know that you learned a lot. You learned a lot today. You learned a lot. So I'm still waiting for FA. I'm still waiting for Adiola Oyewumi. I'm still waiting for Olua. I'm still waiting for Emmanuel Akonji. Fawaz, I can only
It's
see your hand.
14 hours.
Okay, that's my laptop telling me it's 2 o'clock already. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, so give your biggest pose, shine your teeth, do whatever, jump, dance. So let's smile for the camera. So 3, 2, 1, let's all take a shot. Yeah. All right. Let's do another one. One last one. Smile. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Please don't forget to still have one more session for you, 3 p.m. Same Zoom link. And we'll be here waiting for you guys. Take the breaks that you need to drink water, go, eat something, and be back here to learn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. All right. See you by 3 p.m. 3 p.m., guys. Okay.
See, you know that your mic. I mean that both your so what's your password? Okay,